Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle for Warhammer 2. So this one is featuring Stratovarious and he's playing as the Skaven and he's up against the Lizardmen. Now the reason I chose this battle is actually quite silly and weird, but both the Skaven and the Lizardmen have gone without a single one of the units that were included in the DLC pack, the Prophet and the Warlock. And it kinda, I don't know, like it's been only a few days, like a couple of weeks, I don't even remember when it came out. But yeah, it gives me something of the old vibes, where no Giselles and stuff like that were present. And yeah, let's have some fun time with this one. So let's take a look at the composition. As we can see over here, Stratovarious decided to go with 4 Plague Monks as the front line, being backed by 2 Rat Ogres. Also a double assassin from what I can see over here, with trophy heads of course, a Grey Seer of Plague with the Summons and also the Pestilent Breath, alongside the Arcane Conduit, the Scorch and also the Unholy Glamour. Oh, there's another Rat Ogre unit back here and another here, so 4 Rat Ogres in total. We also have a lot of Clan Rats spears with shields protecting the backline, and in the middle we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Skaven slave slingers. So quite cheap build, quite cheap, like lots of stuff but quite cheap. Anyway, so yeah, let's take a look at the Lizardmen army, and I'm just gonna pause right here because this thing is like going too fast. Stratovarious over here is just looking for blood, I think. For the Lizardmen forces we got the Chameleon Skink, which is a great unit at skirmishing, as you already know, provides poison. It can even destroy Rat Ogres if they just keep chasing. Yes, they have a little bit more speed than normal, but that poison is gonna bring it down, and it's gonna make it better than equal, actually, like 2 points ahead. So over on this flank we have 2 units of Cold One Riders, just on one flank, nothing on the other, and these units are quite neglected. They're not used that often, but I find them quite a really nice unit. And the reason for that is because I got destroyed by Falcon with Cold One Knights in one of the matches that we had. And yeah, I started to appreciate them a lot more after that. Alright, for his leadership he decided to go with a Saurus Old Blood over here and the Horn of Kygor from what I can see, which provides an AoE melee attack as long as leadership and charge bonus. So you get your cavalry on one flank, you get your lord, you strike in really balls deep, and you just pop this kill and just see everything melt. It depends on what's on the other side, but for example with Horned Ones it works really well because they're one of the best units kind of cavalry in the game. For the front line, as we can see over here, he chose to go with 5 Sauruses, no shield variant, just the standard one, a skin cohort from what I can see back here, also the Pterodon Riders with Firelit's Ball as Vanguard deployed. We also got a Rev Crystal, damn it, I haven't seen these things in quite a while. A Skin Priest of Beasts on a Stegadon with just a Flock of Doom, and what is that? I think that's the greatly reduced power recharge rate. Yeah, I think this skill, if you cast it on any enemy unit, it doesn't have to be the caster, you actually reduce the power recharge rate of your opponent, which is pretty damn broken, if you ask me. Kind of. Yeah, it's not that powerful, but yeah, whatever. And that is it, so let's begin the battle. Immediately Stratovarious is, as I said, is gonna smell blood in the water, and he's just gonna go straight in with the Rat Ogres. He's not gonna even wait for the Plague Monks, and these Sauruses are gonna 20% damage is in just one strike. The Rat Ogres really like to hit their targets hard, but they don't like being hit back. that's what most true about the Rat Ogres. Over here, the Lizardman player is gonna try to get a really nice flanking attack, but he's out without his general, and the Horn of Kygor has still, oh, it has actually been popped, and it's now starting to slowly fade away. So the Horned Ones are gonna be facing a lot of Clan Rats with spears over here, which is not a really cool situation. I mean, he's moving up his skinks in order to just block them off from going after his cavalry, but that's the thing with the Skaven. Like, all of their cheap spears are quite able to just deal with even good cavalry. not just even cold one riders. These guys will just get melted if they just keep going in here and just trying to pick up a fight. They need to just charge clean. They don't need to get interrupted. But anyway, the front line engagement is going quite well so far, taking into account that Double the Assassin is here, just going after the Saurus Old Blood, and he has actually beaten quite a lot the Grey Seer of Plague, but he's like chasing the wrong target at the moment. He shouldn't be going for these spears back here. He should be going straight for that Grey Seer of Plague. Every time that the assassins are not around, there's nothing else in the Skaven roster that can stop him down, and he just can't do anything. The Skaven Slave Slingers, as usual, they're just opening fire left and right. I mean, their damage is probably like every pebble does like 1 damage, but all of that is actually adding up. And every unit you break, it's the Skaven, they're gonna be coming back, and actually they're gonna get an even better positioning, and without even realizing, you're just gonna get cross-fired. The front line has been broken, as we can see over here. Some Rat Ogres are chasing off the remaining sources together with some Plague Monks. They're over chasing at the moment, they should actually turn back, and the Pterodon Riders are just trying to go left and right, just dropping bombs, dropping the Firelits Bolas, just trying to bring the Slingers down. But as we can see, the Lizardmen are all alone over here, but the things that they have in play here are actually quite expensive, healthy units, like Saurus Old Blood. He still has 60% HP, so he's quite fine. The Skin Priest of Beasts over here with Flock of Doom is just gonna do some amazing amount of damage into all of that cheap stuff over here, and they're perfectly blocked up for the moment. And yeah, also the Rub of Crystal just keep popping heals on whoever needs it. Now, it would be best if the Lizardman player was actually a little bit more awakened, if I could say, because every time you get your infantry or any other unit to rally, you need to be careful. Like every time you see the green flag, just automatically, without even thinking it, just go back, drag it, and just send it wherever you can. It doesn't have to be like a well thought action. Just send it right back inside. It doesn't matter where it ends up. You just need to have everybody that's back into the game. Like, don't forget about that. Anyways. So in the middle, is that a Flock of Doom? Yeah, it's a Flock of Doom, which I think is kind of wasted. It should have been dropped on the Skaven Slave Slingers, and the Grey Seer of Plague, as we can see over here, is just trying to avoid the Chameleon Skinks, which are doing quite a lot of damage. I still don't understand how that thing has like 100 armor. It's just a piece of wood, like for real, and the carriers are like it's just a Rat Ogre with like how much, 30 armor. And that guy up there is probably just, I don't know, getting dizzy from all that back and forth. And yeah, he should be like having a lot less armor. He should be more effective at damage output, but a lot less armor. I never liked the amount on this one. So the Saurus Old Blood is just gonna find an easy target over here. As you can see, the Grey Seer of Plague is all undefended, but he's just trying to escape at the moment, and the Saurus is kind of derping over here, just deciding to go on this clan rat spears instead of just overchasing the target. And now the Pterodon Riders, since they ran out of ammunition and they use their Firelits Bolas, are gonna dive in, but he's just gonna, I don't know, be taking the balance of power, and he's gonna be deciding that this is definitely not freaking worth it. And as you can see, like, no DLC, nothing over here, everything is pure vanilla. And yeah, as I said, it might sound silly, but I loved it. Like the moment I saw it, I was like, oh dear lord, no DLC, no freaking croc or anything, or Genuine. And yeah, I liked it, plain and simple. So for Stratovarious, the double assassin strategy, it worked, but not the most efficient way, because he wasn't able to just get on that Saurus Old Blood. It was a bigger target. It was able to just get everywhere he wanted, because the Rat Ogres were fighting in the front line, so they weren't providing the mass to pick it, to just pin the guy down in order to get shot by pebbles. And the Clan Rat Spears with shields, actually, well, they didn't do that well. They kind of buckled. Like every one of these guys were was retreating in the end. The Plague Monks absolutely nailed it, but most of all it was the Rat Ogres just going in straight away, just breaking that Saurus Warriors really fast, and yeah, even if he had some Croxigors over here, it would still be a really tough fight. Yeah, like Croxigors cannot beat the Rat Ogres, I think. Like Croxigors are meant to be anti-infantry specialists with lots of armor piercing, even though it got nerfed on the previous patch. And for the Lizardmen, what can I say? Like, I like the Saurus Old Blood. I like the Cold One Knights, Cold One Riders. Like, you don't have to go with horned ones. Just cut down some money. You can get these ones. If you are just careful though at what you're doing, they're gonna get some decent value output. And they kinda did. It was just that they were separated most of the time with the Saurus Old Blood. 91 kills for the Skin Crest of the Beasts, and I'm pretty sure besides the Segadon, lots of those were Flock of Dooms. And yeah, the Skin didn't do that much. The Saurus Warriors, as we said, got trampled. The Chameleon Skinks were actually alive till the bitter end, so quite happy to see that. Cold One Knights, decent amount of kills. The Rev Crystal, I'm pretty sure if heals were shown in here, it would be a really huge amount. Not huge, it heals like 300 per tick, if I'm correct, but it's still decent. And also over here, Pterodon Riders with Firelit's Bolas, 59 kills, quite a decent amount. I would expect a little bit more, because 59 kills, I'm pretty sure they can get them with just bombs. So throwing Firelit's Bolas like halfway of the game, not half, like it was just at the last second before the match ended that they ran out of ammunition. So I don't know what these guys were up to, but I feel like they were underused, even though they have 59 kills. And yeah, that was it, guys. Like, I just wanted to do something different this time, so I really hope you enjoyed that battle, even if it was at least on the Lizardmen side, it was a little bit, yeah. I gotta say, the the build was weak. Like, Stratovarious just completely trampled through, and you can tell by the amount of health over here. Just the assassin and a little bit the leadership got beaten up, because it's the Lizardmen. Like, big dinos are gonna get through no matter what you try. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification button. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.